2-minute warning.
Good afternoon, Bleed Big Blue Nation. Jimmy D, your trifecta, or betterly known as Captain Negative, coming to you live Monday afternoon. I want to talk Giant weapons. I want to talk fantasy football. If you're playing fantasy and you're a Giants fan, where are you looking to get some of the guys that you're fans of? Where can you get them in your draft, plug them in on your roster, and anticipate getting a solid return? Let's start with our running back, Saquon Barkley. I have Barkley sitting at 6 overall. The reason why I have him at 6 overall is very simple. I think our defense is going to be pretty bad, and I think if you're playing in a PPR league, half-point PPR league, Barkley's going to be a great weapon. He's going to catch a ton of passes on dump-offs. He's also going to touch the ball hopefully 20 to 25 times a game, so you're getting the volume there. You should also be getting goal line work from him as well. I like Barkley 6th overall after you look at Bell, Gurley, DJ, Zeke, and Antonio Brown in any order in the top 5. Barkley would be sitting there for you if you're picking 6th. Snatch him up, don't hesitate. Odell Beckham Jr., back end of the first round. You're looking at 9, 10, somewhere around there. I have him as the 3rd, arguably the 4th wide receiver on my board. I think you got to give respect to Antonio Brown. You got to give respect to Hopkins, and you got to give respect to Julio Jones. But again, Beckham right up there with him. A little concerned with Julio for the touchdown, so I can see you going Beckham over Julio if you had to. But again, I have him sit him right at 3 or 4. Back end of that first round is where you could peg yourself an Odell Beckham Jr. Ingram, 5 or 6, round 5 or 6, depending on where you like him. You're going to see some of the main tight ends go off the board. Ingram should have a big year with the other Giant weapons. He should get a lot of single coverage. They should use him in a lot of different ways. Don't be afraid to take Ingram in the 5th or 6th round. I think you'll get a ton of quality from the tight end spot getting a guy like Ingram. Sterling Shepard. A lot later, right? Going 10, 11 round, going in the 10th or 11th round in drafts as of right now. Really quietly, not a lot of hub around him, not a lot of excitement around him fantasy-wise when you look at the other Giant weapons. But again, if you're looking at the 10th, 11th round and a Sterling Shepard is sitting there, you can get huge upside and huge value out of that pick by drafting a guy like Sterling Shepard. And finally, a guy like Eli Manning. With the weapons that we have on this roster, Eli should be viable come fantasy. So I think if you're looking late and your strategy in fantasy is to wait on a quarterback and you're going to take good, solid players, I think when you get to around 12, 13, 14, you could be sitting there and see Eli sitting there waiting to be drafted, and you get a nice return on your investment taking him that late. We're going to be on the podcast Wednesday night. Of course, if you got fantasy questions, holler at us. Giants questions as well. The season is right around the corner. Can you smell it? Bleed Big Blue, Giants fans, always.